Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Shane Plays Spirit Island. Like I said in the last video, had just posted the first video in the actual real-time events of this, and it's getting some great feedback. Really appreciate all the comments. Not that there's been like a ton of comments, but every single one I have enjoyed. It really helps me like feel like I'm doing this for a thing, especially when it's positive. So yeah, if you want to give me a little dopamine boost, go ahead and comment on this video when it's done. Um, Additionally, if you want to see more, you can subscribe. And I'm told I should be pointing you toward the like button. I honestly don't feel that strongly about it. I don't do this for a living or anything, so it's not really important to my livelihood to build the channel, but it does make me feel good. All right, all that out of the way. We are continuing with our series of Thunderspeaker versus the world, escalating through the base game. Um, Kingdom of England, we're on level 3 now, so as usual, they get their extra win con of 7 or more settlements in the same land. Their escalation, where they build in the land with the most. Um, they are getting the ability to build when they're near other buildings, even if there's nobody there. They're getting their extra buildings. And new to this level, in addition to the fear deck getting a lot bigger, which definitely slows things down, they are getting the high immigration tile, which is going to sit to the left of the Ravage and do an extra build for at least the first few cards. We do get to remove it when a stage 2 card slides onto that. Um, I have found in previous experience that that tends to make England uh, a bit harder when you get stuff in a row. So, like for example, when you're transitioning between stage 1 and 2, which I guess with this version of high immigration it'll be gone by then. Um, but you can get those situations where you get like two mountains in a row, or a mountain followed by a coast, and there's a mountain on the coast. And when you get those and it's Ravage build, the Ravage often takes care of the invaders there so that they can't build. But when it's build Ravage build, it ends up being they make more invaders and then those invaders fight. And so that can cause a real big problem here. And I guess there will be one instance in the transition between stage 1 and stage 2 where there will be a stage 1 card here and a stage 2 card here. And if they match up, that could be bad. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Um, for right now, they seem to have explored the mountains, which is a very bad place right off the bat, but it does give us a really juicy manifestation target. Um, if only we could get more people there. So, I think we're gonna start with the usual. Um, Probably throw this down into here to give us an extra presence there beyond what we're gonna pull in. Then we'll do our ambush, we'll do our manifestation, and see what we can do with this. Alright, obviously ambushing here. May as well pop on in there. All good. Um, they have a lot of things in that mountain. And now they're showing up in the wetlands. So now they have successfully explored both the land types that they started with buildings on. Which is like kind of a mixed bag. I do like an excuse to focus on the like first turn buildings, the starting setup buildings. Well, hold on, don't do that yet. Because you often have to sort of leave those, and they're a good like point of exploration. Whereas if they give you a reason to eliminate those, you can more easily sort of clear them from this back half of the board and possibly skip some explorers. Okay, so we are killing off this city and also this explorer. And that's all good stuff. Okay, so my defend 3 is going to be just enough here, so that's great. I am very concerned about these wetlands. There isn't much I can do about it this turn, but I will definitely be focusing on getting people over there to try to at least prevent blight in one of them. I think the one on the coast we might just leave because I don't think I'm going to have enough resources to deal with it, but we'll see. We could get lucky. I think this is an add to presence turn. We want to get the air here. And let's go up here, keeping in tune with we might not want to be here. Play both our cards. Okay, so words of warning obviously goes here. Beautiful. You love to see it. Oh boy. And they did get into this back jungle. What you gonna do? Alright. So, Gather the Warriors is a gather 3, push 2. So we can definitely get a lot of people into here, including this one, so that he's safe. I'm focusing on this wetland rather than this one in particular because it is further back on the board. So I'd love to figure out a way to deal with this one. A Words of Warning alone won't do it, but probably whatever other power we gain can take care of it. I think that preventing 5 damage is not a big ask for 2 cards. So I think we want to mainly gather here. So let's grab these 2 since they're not doing anything, and this one since they are in danger. I don't think I want to push. And then I could use a Voice of Thunder to get these into a more useful place, but I don't think it's worth it. So let's just use the fear. Alright. Let's see. So, obviously we're reclaiming and finding out what the deck wants to do with us today. Alright. We are looking to defend a wetland. So unfortunately, Drift Down to Slumber doesn't help us this turn. Entrancing Apparitions does. That gives us exactly enough if we do that with Words of Warning. So I think we're probably taking that. This card also did real good work for me last game. So I am definitely partial to it. Alright. Only one card with wind on it. It's not my favorite, because all it does is fear. It does do a lot of fear. And especially against England, like it's not hard to find a target that is 1 away from a sacred site with at least 2 cities and towns. And it also has an animal symbol in addition to the wind. So it's like a decent amount of symbols, and 3 fear is a lot in one player. So that's definitely looking like a strong pick. Gift of Consistency feels better in multiplayer. Like, getting a card back is nice, but it's only every other turn, essentially, because you're playing this, and then that card comes back. A lot of the cards that target any spirit often just don't feel worth it to me in one player. They sort of provide like a passive background bonus when I could be doing active things with my cards. Which I guess the same argument could be made for Rain of Blood, but again, it has better symbols. Visions of Fiery Doom is definitely tempting. I do often have 2 fire, so that's nice, especially if I'm playing this. If it had a wind on it, this would be an auto pick for sure because pushing out an explorer or a town can really save a place. But I think it not having a wind really still pushes me toward Rain of Blood. So we're just also one cost versus zero cost. It's not nothing when making these considerations. And finally, Song of Sanctity. I don't see it happening. um, uh, it it's slow, so it can help you prevent an explore a build like, but not always. It can remove. Yeah, I'm not even going into that anymore. It's not my fave. All right. Um. So I think this turn we need to go all in on defenses and just really defend the heck out of this place. Um, really wish we had another card play, but it is what it is. Ooh, that's nice. Um, Not quite as nice as I thought. Uh, it coastal really makes the big difference there. Um, yeah, and because England is England, they're getting to do builds there, even though I emptied them, which is quite annoying. Okay, all that is nice at least. Lots of good destruction there. Yeah, I think my hopes of clearing out the back half and cause preventing a lot of explorers have pretty much died here. Okay. So things are bad. Um, they have drawn two jungles in a row. I'm definitely going to have to reclaim again because otherwise I'm taking two blight here and one blight here, which is pretty unacceptable. My instinct once again is to focus on this back one, partly because I'm already there, and partly because it's in the back here. But this one also already has a blight, which means it'll cascade, which is bad. Cascade will mean that the island is no longer healthy. Um, oh, but I can theoretically do both. So since both of them are just two explorers in a town, a defend three. But this one's only defend two. All right, but a defend three takes care of one of them with a single card. So there's a decent chance I can draw a second card to deal with the other one. So with Gather the Warriors being a gather 3, push 1. Let's see. I think we keep up the pressure here. Emptying this one is also nice because even though they have a town here, and they're going to have a town here, I guess, so yeah, they will still be able to build here even after I wipe them out. But maybe we can work on that somehow. Let's see. So let's. I probably only actually need one in there. Let me undo this. So if I only need one more in there, we can bring these three down here, along with my presence, and just push one of them up here. Because two will be able to kill off everything in here, and leaving two here means if I'm able to activate Lead the Furious Assault, then I can kill this town. So we're definitely keeping an eye out for a card with fire and light on it. Which now I'm wondering if I, looking back, no, I haven't turned down any cards like that yet. So, yep. Presence, I think we'll leave the sacred site here. So move 0. Okay. Double reclaim turn. It always feels bad, but here we are. We did not get, at least not right off the bat, a card with fire and light. We also don't have any wind, so none of my usual try to have all wind situation. Sap the Strength of Multitudes is great, especially since I get to increase its range by 1. I think I'm going to be doing a lot of defending, so that is sort of my first instinct is this one. This one's nice, and it does specifically help with this turn, because defend 3 in a jungle is what I need. And 2 fear is very nice, but this one is free, and it'll help anywhere, and I pretty much always have 1 wind. So I think we're going to take sap. Alright, so we know we have enough to deal with the 2 jungles. So at this point I can focus a little bit more on other stuff. Still no wind, unless you count Elemental Boon, which is, kind of iffy. Drought has these 2 symbols, but also adds Blight, which is terrible. I mean, yeah, I can't even justify it that way. If this was fast, I'd consider it, honestly, because it could take out all the buildings in a place, causing it to not blight. So it's almost like a defend, except it still adds a blight. But then, like I said, it's got pretty good symbols. Honestly, just this whole pack of 4 isn't really impressing me. This one's very conditional in what it can do, and this one just gets you more stuff, which isn't very proactive this turn. So we'll grab Elemental Boon. Maybe this game will go on long enough that I take a major power and I can get rid of some of these cards I don't like as much. But for now, we are sapping and we are Words of Warning, and we are living with it because we really don't want Blight. I do wish I had a way to get some Dahan in here to help clear it out, but it doesn't look like that is what I am working with. Oh, we're going to be treading water for a little bit here, but... Nope, hold on. Did that wrong, because that can't target there. So this one has to go here because it can only target places with Dahan. This one can go here because it's range 1 since I have wind. Okay, push 2 from an inland land, you say. Normally that would be a great way to prevent a build. In this particular case, it doesn't help a ton. I can push these 2 out of there since I can't kill them while they're there anyway. I'm probably planning on hitting this place pretty hard since that's where England is focusing right now. Once it has the most buildings, it's going to keep having the most buildings. So when I eventually go proactive instead of just flailing and defending over and over, I think this is the place I'm going to do it. Hopefully with a big ol' manifest. So let's go ahead and push them. So yes, push you here, push you here. And that'll also make this place easier to defend after it has built again. Twice in a row, I guess. It's gonna be bad. Well, let's not sugarcoat it. It's gonna get real bad in this jungle down here. Oh boy, wetlands. I might be about to lose. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus one more this turn, plus if this isn't coastal, then stage 2 escalation happens and it does one more. So England will win if I don't do something about this turn. That's terrible news. And it pretty much has to be in the fast phase too, which is also horrible. And they're not going to ravage there, so defends don't get it done. Well, that might be game. This might be my first loss of the series. I was definitely spending too much of the game on the back foot. Pushing. And I guess I will reclaim and dig for cards that can help me, because in my current situation, I have, I guess it's a 1 in 3 chance of not dying, because if it's coastal, it doesn't have an escalation symbol. I've already seen 2 cards that have an escalation symbol, and there's 5 total stage 2 cards, 4 of which are actually here. So yeah, there is a 1 in 3 chance that this is a stage 2 escalation, and if it is, and I haven't done anything here in the fast phase, then I lose. So let's see what we can do in the fast phase. This is the only fast card I drew, and it doesn't help enough, although it does help if it's paired with another card. So maybe I take this one. Like, I love Call to Bloodshed, but it's slow, and at this point I'm sort of flailing because they're about to win. It's not going to be, even if they don't win right now, things are very, very bad, but the top half of Quicken the Earth struggles here, um, along with another card that does at least 1 damage in the fast phase, could theoretically prevent my loss. So let's grab that. Alright, what else you got for me, deck? That does it. Veil of the Night's Hunt is a fabulous card anyway, and also saves me. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely about to become a blighted island. We're going to lose some presence. We're going to lose some Dahan. Things are terrible, but I can at least prevent us from immediately losing by playing these 2 cards. I don't think I have anything else that deals damage during the fast phase. Nope. So this is the play, and I just have to deal with it. Okay, so Quicken, 1 damage to each city and town. Veil of the Night's Hunt. Each of them are dealing 1 damage to a different invader. It's going to be the 2 towns, which does generate some nice fear. Maybe the fear card will just save us. Optimism. Alright. There was only 1 explorer in lands with the Han, so that's cool. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't matter a ton what order we do these in, but I guess let's do this one first. Cascade this away. Start of each invader phase. I get to choose whether to forget a power or destroy a presence. I do have a lot of powers to forget, so that's kind of decent. Yep, also we're losing all sorts of presents. It's great. Oh boy, of course I went to the sands. Alright, they are still building here because they still have the most people there with their escalation. So I did have to play these 2 cards or lose immediately. Alright, So, what are we at now? We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have at least gotten rid of the extra build, so that's nice. They're going to put number 6 here during the stage 2 escalation. Well, there's a 50% chance that they put a number 6 spot here. They're also going to ravage here. And I am very quickly going to run out of blight tokens to put on the board. So, if I were to defend this place, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I can't see. Yes, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I would need to defend 13 to do it. The good news is I have a defend 10. The bad news is I have to reclaim again to do it. Let's see, 5 plus 3 plus theoretically a 2 would be a 10 and still not enough to run a blight here. So I think I am going to have to reclaim again. I'm also running very low on Dahan, which is a terrible place to be. I think I want to start moving these guys over to here and just keep flailing. Yep, this is not a position I want to be. Alright. Reaching grass could actually become important soon. Because for once I'm not all over the board. And as a fast power with wind, it's certainly jumping out at me. Call to migrate could be good. Only works during slow, but it's a lot of movement. Let's get call to migrate, I think. Don't need range if I can move my stuff anywhere. Lure of the Unknown, always awesome. Call to Isolation, always awesome. Not adding Blight. And we've got Enticing Splendor, which is decent as well. All 3 are 0 cost. All 3 are fast. All 3 can potentially prevent a build, although on this board that seems highly unlikely. Enticing Splendor is definitely... I think what it comes down to is these two... targeting land with no blight is becoming increasingly hard. Targeting land with no invaders is becoming increasingly hard. Targeting land with Dahan is at least something I can control. So we're going to grab that one. Okay. So. We definitely are doing a defend 10. We also are doing a defend 3. Because I think that is enough, I figured out. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, that's exactly enough to not cause blight there. I still don't see a win coming from this, but I can hold off the loss for one more turn. 110. Words of warning. Alright. Let's forget a power. And let's make it this elemental boon that I'm never ever going to find time for. Okay, 4 damage. There's definitely an argument to be made there. Okay, actually, hang on. Undo. I might want to destroy the towns here, because I can take out 2 of them with the damage. Like, normally killing a city is its own reward, but because they're so focused on having lots of things in the same place, I think that's better. Okay. Then they blight there. Alright. So, I have 2 tokens left on the blight card, which means if this place ravages and isn't defended, it's dead. Let's see if I can defend it without reclaiming. This has range 1, so if I'm putting presence on the board, which presumably I am, then that could work. At that point, a defend 2 would work here, so that's great. Right now I've got a gather 2, push 1. Okay, so I can get presence down here now, actually. And I probably should, because I would like to be there. Let's see. If I'm doing entrancing, I do need to have 1 presence up here still to reach that. So I think I want to gather 1 and push 1. Okay. So we're going to do things that way. Looking at my board, I would absolutely love to put 2 presents on the board and get up to 3 card plays. The 2 card plays has really, really been hurting me. So certainly 1 here makes a lot of sense. And I think 1... yeah, let's just have 1 presence for each Dahan. Seems fine. Okay, so I can defend with that and with that. Then I have 1 card to actually do stuff with. And I have enough for a manifest if I want to, which is honestly, like, I've been pretty thrifty with my energy if I have a manifest at this point in the game. If I manifest, it means that I have a Gather the Warriors for 3, which is enough to pull both of these up here. I can hit this place for 9, which is actually quite good. They're going to build there again. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. How's this Fear deck coming along? Okay. We're about to get to Terra level 2, which is nice. I still don't see a victory coming from that, but we're starting to turn this around. It's moving in an uphill direction, just probably not fast enough to actually win. We'll see how it goes. Alright. So. I don't... So, Sap has to be down here, because entrancing is not enough. But entrancing is enough for here. I think we're still on Forget a Power? What powers don't I care about? All of these have wind. Have I outgrown the need for Quicken? I don't think so. I think they're still going to be, like, if they end up in this jungle again, which they probably will, we're getting to stage 3, Quicken could be important for that, and really I just need all the defend I can get. Probably it's going to be a slow power, like Rain of Blood. Sorry, buddy. You just don't actually do anything. Other than generating a lot of fear, which obviously I could use. Alright. Destroy a town. Terra level 2. Woo. Only, gosh, one, two, three, four, 5 cards to get to Terra level 3. And even then, we need to destroy lots and lots of cities. I do wish I had had a way to get more Dahan here. So that they could have cleared that out. Oh, but I wouldn't have prevented the build anyway, because there's stuff. Alright. So yeah. We are, without a doubt, going to gather here. Pull all of this in. No pushing. Manifest here. 9 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot of fear. We've got 2 fear cards coming. They could be things that make me not lose. Alright. So now they're going to ravage the coast. Which means I absolutely need to reclaim. Because I'm all out of defense cards. And there's no way the cards I have can prevent enough blight to not lose. Like, Called Isolation could empty this place out, which is neat. But, yeah, these other 2 I don't really have a way to deal with. Veil of Night's Hut would be so good if it didn't specify different invader. But, c'est la vie. Okay, so let's reclaim. I am up to 3 card plays, but I'm only getting 2 power per turn out of it, so still pretty much looking at fast powers because we're on the back foot and don't care about that one. Certainly none of those, like, this is the only one that I would maybe consider, but I just need all my card plays for dealing with places right now. And this one has wind, so we're taking it. Up in here, defend 6 is probably worthwhile. Encompassing Ward does some good work. I don't think it's enough at this point because they're so built up in all the places we need to defend that I don't think a defend 2 really gets it done. Plus my presence is a little bit sparse. I can spread out some, but I don't know. Maybe a defend 2 in each of those lands and then I can supplement is not the worst thing. But I think maybe a defend 1 is just better since this doesn't really handle anything on its own. And Steam Vent's destroying a town, if I could get that together, which would involve Quicken and another card I don't have. So no, I'm afraid that won't work either. Alright, Nature's Resilience it is. Oh, it also involved Nature's Resilience. Maybe if that card comes back around. What are we at, like? Yeah, we've already reshuffled once, I think. So that could come again. We could reshuffle again. We're gaining powers like a maniac and throwing them away with our blight. But there's also only 4 explorers left. So, let's see. Many cards. Most of them are defending. 3, 4, 5, 6. We need at least to defend 6 here. So that's where our Quicken needs to go. Which is a problem because I don't have a sacred site in that land. Okay. Well, we've got that one. We've certainly got this one. I guess we could let that mountain blight. It's our next to last blight, but it doesn't already have a blight, so it won't cascade. So if there's no way to get our presence there in the fast phase, which I think would involve another card or um, like enough wind, which since we're playing cards that don't have wind for our defenses, we can't get there. Oh wait, I just took a defense 6, and it's range 1 from a sacred site. That card. That's the one that solves it. You dummy. Okay, well, this sure does help us tread water for another turn. Let's do it. Sorry about the long video that just ends in me losing, but this is how the game goes sometimes. Any preference between these two? I can target pretty much either way. I don't think it matters. Alright. We are definitely forgetting a power. I think that power is going to be... Gosh, there's so many of these that will probably never matter. Slow powers. We're getting rid of slow powers. If this game was going better, that could be really cool, but they're building in the jungle, and I don't have any Dahan in the jungle, so that's not really... Oh, I guess they're also building in the mountain, but I don't have Dahan there either, I don't think. No, I don't. In each land with Dahan. Yep, that's... Whenever this comes up, it's like, well, I already defended there, or I got the Dahan out, so it's not really helping me without knowing about it ahead of time. I know there is at least one spirit that can peek ahead in the fear deck, so that could be good for that kind of card. Alright. This is looking... Oh boy, and mountains again. Okay. Well, we can manifest in the mountain again. Or we can manifest in the mountain. We're in a good position to draw a bunch of people in there by the slow phase of next turn. And yeah, I just don't see winning this by fear, and I sure don't see winning it by wiping them off the table. But we'll keep doing the things that bring us more in the direction of victory, even if they can't actually cause us to win. Okay, so we're going to quicken here, which should defend for enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that defends for everything. This place, I think we're just going to let blight. We're far too far away from it to do anything about it, and we only have one defend card in hand, and I really don't want to take another bloody reclaim. So, with all that in mind, I think we can afford a turn of add a presence. Ooh, we can add the reclaim 1 presence, which is nice. It's at range 1, but I think we just want to put it here for maximum damage there. Okay, hold on. We might be able to pull off... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, in order to prevent that place from blighting, I would need Nature's Resilience. I can't get 2 tokens there in time. I don't think. So, yeah. Like, I could change my, the token I added to be, like, here, and then I would have 1 token that's range 1, but I don't think I can get a Sacred Site at range 1. And none of these other cards will help by enough. So, Um, I still want to grab one of these cards for future turns, assuming there are some, and I'm going to grab that one. Okay, so we are quickening. We are manifesting. We are playing one other card. I haven't decided what yet. Uh, if all else fails, Voice of Thunder is just 2 fear. It's hard to go wrong with that. Uh, we're going to be able to gather 2 so we can get all of our Dahan in here and just do a boatload of damage. I should probably be doing the math and figure out if I'm already at overkill levels, but it doesn't matter. I just want to kill it super hard at this point. Oh, we could. Yeah, let's get a Lead the Furious Assault going as well. Yeah, this looks good. I mean, nothing about this board state looks good, but this looks like the best I can do with a bad situation. All right. We're getting a power. Probably Delusions of Danger. Call to Isolation. One of those. Let's do Delusions. Okay. That in combination with Sap the Strength of Multitudes could have saved this place from blighting, but we didn't know about it. So we can gather. I guess we want to gather into the wetland. Well, maybe. Oh, I forgot they're going to ravage in the jungle too. Yeah, we've already lost this game. I don't know why I was thinking they were just ravaging the mountain. The jungle is blighted all to heck. So, yeah, this game's over. Um, pull this into. Whoops, that wasn't what I meant to do at all. It's really fine. Choose for me. Yeah. Uh, here, I guess. And then yes. All right. Well, that went very badly. Um, I was getting some feedback from people that they'd like to see me play other spirits, and I did finally get a loss in this pattern. I think with some better play or better luck, I can definitely beat England level 3 with Thunderspeaker. So I might try that at least one more time, but seeing as how I've broken the streak, um, I might work on some other stuff instead. I was thinking about going after some of the achievements, so that could be fun too. Anyway, mention down in the comments if you have any ideas for what I should do next now that I have broken the streak, and we will figure out what to do together. Thanks for watching.